Okay, so the mid-season pass just came out, and my friend already spoiled some things, but it seems massive. Alright, Season 6 is hitting its stride with the mid-season update, and we're bringing the heat. While the limited close quarters event takes the spotlight, there's no shortage of serious updates in this major drop, starting off with a long list of balance changes, bug fixes, and quality of life improvements. Let's take a look at all the new, revamped, revived, and renovated updates for you today. Time to get up close and personal with our brand new limited time event that comes with a whole new map to explore and destroy. Welcome to the Alpha Acta Peace Prototype Evaluation and Combat Experimentation Center. Okay, I do love the sense of humor with this sponsor. I did not choose them though, I chose Ozpoos. Junior McJohnson, what a fire name. Welcomes you to its high-pressure environment nestled deep in the location redacted woods. Here you'll be testing out fast fights in tight spaces where every move counts, partake in a brutal team deathmatch where danger lurks. So there's a bullseye guy, I forget what his name was. So is this I guess I just go in and see if it's team deathmatch or if there's like training bots in there as well, because the way they described it is a little confusing to me. So Wheel of Trust, this works like every other wheel. I do want to look at this because, oh boy, this is the thing my friend spoiled to me, and I do not like the sound of what's going to happen. Okay, the prodigy, I know English, I swear to God, stun gun returns to the loadout screen with a brand new name and totally reworked function. Oh no. No, it's time to meet the nullifier. Yay! In this newly revamped version, contestants caught in the line of fire will be nullified. Does that mean stunned? Unable to take or deal... Okay. Use items or interact for the duration. Okay, so this second part right here. If you didn't know, the best use of stun gun with people who knew what they were doing is basically when you stun them, it stops them from interacting with stuff. So if someone's stealing a cash out or getting a revive, you could stun them and stop them from doing that interaction, which would basically save the game. So the fact that this still works, I think means that I'm going to still have it in my loadout. The fact that they're unable to take damage or deal damage, that's I don't know if that's good. That might save someone, wouldn't it? Like, I haven't played with it yet, but I feel like that would save someone from like dying. So you're gonna have to be a lot better, because this, mind you, from what I read, this change was made because noobs got killed by stun gun a lot. This is going to require a lot more skill to actually use the stun gun. So like, I don't understand what they're doing with that. Equip it now, yeah, sure thing, bud, and start increasing the odds by nullifying the competition. Because it's renamed, do I have to buy it again? I am updating the game right now, so we'll have to see. Alright, new Twitch drops. To further celebrate Twitch drops, head over to Twitch, watch your favorite streamer. And earn 4 new drops in Dazzling Blue, Practical, Fashionable, and including an item from our latest category, Nails. Oh, they got nails? Oh, they do got nails. Look at that. Alright, you may also remember us asking what weapons would be what weapons would be cool to pick for the next round of Twitch drops. Time for you to pick up those Sledgehammer AKM and XP54 skins. They do look pretty sick. I will admit, they do look pretty sick. That AK skin actually does look really sick. Alright, get creative. We've taken the body paint category and broken it down into 4... Okay. Face paint, anything that goes on the face. I love how they have to describe it. It's like in a YouTube video where I have to select, and the sledgehammer might break environments. Body paint, anything that goes on the body or full body. Nails, nail polish, tattoos. You can now wear tattoos beneath any paint. Okay, that's a good quality of life improvement. This means you can now mix and match 4 different parts of your body deco at once, many of which are previously merged into one. That was kind of annoying. already own any of the old body paints, you'll find that your items have been separated into separate items in these categories and are waiting for your next outfit creation. Alright, party in the practice range. Oh, okay, I haven't read what this is yet, but this would be good for videos if I can get a friend in the practice range with me. That would actually be sick. It could get lonely in the practice range, yeah, you're telling me. Even with the smart dummies for company. You can now party up and enter with 2 to 5 friends. Okay, so basically max party size. By your side, goof around, test things out, and cause mayhem as a team. But could you do it like, can you turn friendly fire off? Because that would be very nice for videos, so it's easier to get examples for footage. The dummies have been looking increasingly nervous on the lead up to this update. Yeah, I bet they have. We're halfway through Season 6, and so excited to have you with us. Check out all the nitty gritty details below. Okay, balance changes. This is gonna be important. Dev note. We've recently done a review of the effective ranges for various weapons. Oh boy. And found that there were a few outliers. Oh boy. Some weapons were over or underperforming. Oh boy. At certain distances and not meet our expectations, the number changes below to aim to address the issue. Please, please, please do not ruin the things I play with. Alright. Arena carryables, all carryables, increase the launch force by 10%, making them easier. Ooh, that's gonna be... Some people are definitely gonna be having a lot of fun with that. Increase the pickup range to from 6 to 6.5. That's good as well. Decorative carryables, plants, chairs, etc. Increase the impact damage for medium carryables from 50 to 60. Increase damage for large carryables from 50 to 70. Okay. That might do more damage than some of the guns in this game. Added the new health canister. The blue spherical container smashes open when thrown into surfaces, spreading a healing mist that triggers regeneration for players who stand inside its area of effect. I want to see A, how much healing it does, B, how long it lasts, and C, how big that area is. I'll go test that after this. Charms, Little Chief. Introduce the moo rate, the Little Chief Moolah charm from 25 to 100%, meaning it will now moo for 100% of kills. Added the ability for Little Chief to moo when the attracted weapon is inspected. Okay. Based on community feedback, it's become obvious that our past nerf to Moolah was by far the worst nerf we've ever made to the balance of the game. In the spirit of trying to buff more than we nerf. Oh my god. We've now reverted Moolah to the previous superstar status. Winky face. Okay. Okay, that makes up for what's gonna be happening down here. Proxy sensor, increase the size of proxy sensor, make it easier to okay, thank you. I'm gonna have some background footage for a melee video I'm making, and it's just like, why did that not hit? So hopefully that's a little better. Alright, reintroduce the stun gun, rework is now known as the nullifier. Players hit by the nullifier are now nullified. So I don't know if it's gonna be, yeah, I don't know about that. I think the fact that it will still keep you from interacting with things is good, because it'll stop people from stealing cash outs and stopping revives, which was the 2 best uses of the weapon. If you use it for PvP, you had to have like a certain strat around it, but you could really use it in any loadout for stopping cash outs and stopping revives. So hopefully that part of it still makes it usable. I'll use it in game when I load in. Winch Claw will now force players it hooks into the uncontrolled state, adjusting the victim's bullet dispersion recoil as if they were falling from a building. Okay. Dev note, player's ability to very accurately shoot a Winch Claw user while it's being pulled feels a little too strong. That's good. That's good. Akimbo, decrease damage fall off maximum range from 37.5 meters to 35 meters, giving the weapon a slightly shorter effective range. Decrease the damage fall off max range from 47.5 meters to 42 meters, giving the weapon a slightly shorter effective range. Is that double space? That is a double space. They had a double space in there. Anyways, short akimbo nerf. I don't use it, so fine for me. 9-3R. Increased damage fall off minimum range from 28 to 32. Okay, that's actually a pretty good buff, giving the weapon a slightly longer effective range. Increased damage fall off max range from 35 to 40 meters, giving the weapon a slightly longer effective range. Again, that's a pretty sizable buff. Decreased damage fall off multiplier from 0.55 to 0.4, meaning the weapon now does slightly less damage at range. Honestly, I would take these two over this one. Like, this is, I'd call this a buff. ARN 220. Decrease the length of its quick reload animation from 0.95 seconds to 0.75 seconds. Yeah, it seems like they're still trying to make this gun work. People are not moving on from the M11, and I don't think unless they buff its recoil or something, people aren't gonna move on. Cerberus decreased pellet count from 12 to 11, effectively lowering the max damage per shot, minus fire damage, from 120 to 110. Okay, so each pellet per shot is gonna have, okay, that's, I don't know if that's gonna change it all too much. Minus fire damage, so it's the 120 part of the fire. I haven't tested it since it's buff, so I honestly don't know, and I can't bring up my chart to figure that out. So I can't tell you one way or another if that includes the fire damage or not. Update the pellet pattern to retain a similar coverage per shot despite the removal of one pellet, meaning the weapon should retain a similar accuracy to before. Dev note, the Cerberus has been performing very well this season, and we've decided we need to bring it back in line with the other weapons. This is a small reduction in damage. Remember when the Cerberus first came out and people were like, yeah, it's kinda ass. And now that they buffed it just a little bit, which I said I was very hesitant about buffing the Cerberus, and look, now they're reducing the damage. I'm just saying, maybe I was right. Okay, FAMAS. Decreased damage fall off minimum range from 37.5 meters to 35 meters, giving the weapon a slightly shorter effective. I was just getting into FAMAS this season, and then the max is down 47.5 to 42.5. Dang it, they gave it a red dot sight, and I was really happy about it. I was playing for Moss this season, and now, come on. Minigun only has a dev note. We've seen your feedback on how easy it is for players to keep the M134 spun up while moving, juggling the spin up state and making it quite powerful in the right hands. This is something we're monitoring, I can speak English, I swear, and are likely to adjust the balance of an upcoming. Okay, that's not on me, that's on them. Are likely to adjust the balance of in an upcoming patch, but the chances we're considering aren't ready for the time for 6.6. Alright, so they're just saying, yeah, we hear you. I've noticed that the minigun, with most people, I can just come around the back and kill them. I'm usually playing light this season, so that's why I'm able to do that. But I can understand if you're playing something like medium or heavy, especially if you have like Winch Claw or like no DMAT, it might be difficult to play against that. So the revolver increased damage fall off maximum range from 23 to 27.5, excuse me, and increased damage fall off max range 40 to 44. So they're buffing its range, and they decreased damage fall off 0.45 to 0.4. Does slightly less damage at range. Okay, SA 1216. Decrease rate of fire from 200 to 190 RPM. Decrease the length of the magazine rotation from 1.1 seconds to 0.8 seconds, effectively speeding up the weapon's fire rate when firing more than 4 shots. Update the magazine rotation so it's a little easier to see. Update the recoil pattern slightly to retain approximately the same recoil behavior prior to the fire rate reduction. So they reduce the fire rate and then they decrease the animation time, increasing the fire rate. So is this going to say that they made it the same? Slight nutshell reduces power. Okay, so it's, I guess this would be overall, and then this is just a slight buff to the mini reload. Alright, that's fine. Bug fixes. Fix the issue where a third consecutive spear attack animation could sometimes be skipped. Something that I got yelled about in the melee video for. Reworked animation for the sword secondary attack to better match the action. The fix cases where the attack would not show on the receiving end could cause confusion about damage. Players can now enter together with their party up to 5 players. We are aware of an issue where quick melee does not always work in the practice range. We are investigating this issue, but a restart of the session should resolve it. I have never had this issue. Power shift, fix incorrect text about extended respawn timers being shown. Tutorials, replace the old target bots and existing tutorials with the new ones. They had the old ones? I didn't check the tutorial after new season came out. Fix issues where the tutorial cache box, cache out stations, or vaults would go missing. Terminal attack, we're aware of an issue in terminal attack that causes player health to fully regen to the maximum health value rather than the intended capped values. We're investigating the cause. Oh my god, so basically the entire point of terminal attack has just been dismantled by this bug. That's crazy. Private matches, fix an issue where assigned spectators would end up in separated sections. Okay, that's fine. Added an error message for trying to create a private lobby without being the party leader. Fix an issue where controllers would lose focus when entering into a private match screen. Spectator screen now correctly displays performance icons. Fix an issue where lobby size could be reported incorrectly for some game modes. Oh, my finals is popping up. Fix rare issues where spectators could end up outside the map. I did not have that. Fix issue where the manage players section would not stay consistent while moving players around. I have not had that issue. Fix gamepad navigation and interactions not working correctly in private matches screen. Pre-made parties are now disbanded when joining a private lobby. That's what you had to do before with private lobbies. If you wanted to be on the same team, you join up in a party and then you go into the private lobby and you'd be on the same team, or you'd have to join in a certain order to be on the same team, which really sucked, and I'm glad that they fixed it. I'm glad they changed private lobbies. I'm thinking about making a video about that. Settings, made the selection scroll. Okay. I really spear, fixed rare cases where a spin attack would not damage nearby enemy contestants. Okay, and got rid of phantom strikes on sword. I really want to test the game now, so I'm gonna do that. And I'll see y'all when I do that. All of my skins are gone. That's so devastating. Wait, I want the gold one now.